Fanatics on the banks of Volga, cannibals in the mountain bunker, slavers on the shores of the dried-out sea. How many monsters has the war given rise to? Or perhaps were they always there, and the war simply gave them a chance to show themselves and now we're stuck with them forever? Regardless, we can't afford to lose hope. We are getting ever closer to our dream. Finding a place where we could live, free from radiation and mutants. The maps we recovered in the desert have provided us with several promising options, and now the crew members are excitedly waiting for the Colonel's decision on where the Aurora should go next. Currently, though, the train is calmly rolling eastward. The crew rests, and Stepan proposed to Katya. It was a proposal she couldn't refuse.
Summer.
Damn coughing. We've left those sands long ago, and it still persists. What does Crest even smoke? It's terrible. In any case, I'm better now.
Anna, don't smoke when you have a cough.
I hate to interrupt, guys, but you should come to the mess hall. The table is almost served.
Thanks, Stepan. We'll be there in a moment. Shall we go, Artyom? Or shall we stay a little longer? It's so nice.
It is nice.
You know, Artyom, I've been looking at Stepan and Katya, you and me, and thinking how lucky we are. It was so different with my parents. It was bad.
You shouldn't be drinking alcohol if you have a cough either.
Did I ever tell you why my mom died? Of course I didn't. It was because of Dad. He used to be even harsher back then. He used to come home from the barracks and reach for the bottle while taking off his boots. They'd quarrel, and then he'd stop appearing for a time. And while he was away, she'd start drinking too, and crying when she was sober. She'd feel better, would get kind of dreamy when drunk. You know how she used to call me? Just A. She'd hug me and say, "One day, A, you and I are going to go to Vladivostok, the city I was born in. And from there to a village on the ocean shore." I was 5 back then and didn't really get much. But I could imagine that village and the ocean so vividly because I believed her. And then she killed herself, drank some kind of poison. Father quit drinking after Mom's death. Didn't ever pay much attention to me, but with her gone, he'd never leave me alone. Took me along everywhere. We only talked about her a couple of times, though. I used to have this doll, Jana. I played make-believe that she was my daughter, and we went to the ocean together. Then my father hid it, told me it got lost. He probably didn't want me to agonize over Mom's dream. Then I imagined she grew up and went to Vladivostok. And now I'm going. Not to Vladivostok, but with you. The dream came true. By the way, I was always intrigued by what Dad dreams about. He should have some dreams, so what are they? Higher rank? He could choose any.
Miller's dreams, huh?
Saving people? What would the saved do next? Sit underground? I never understood him. What does he hope for in life? What makes him happy? Nothing, perhaps. He never really had any time to think about tomorrow. Down in the metro, those thoughts don't come casually. Here on the surface, though. I, for one, have something I want to do. I want to run through the sand barefoot, build a sand castle for the kids. I'm imagining two, a boy and a girl. The boy would be a copy of you. We'd go swimming with mountains behind us. Wooden houses on the shore. The sun would wake us up every day, rising from the ocean. That harbor is our destination. Worth going there even if we have half the world to cross. Everyone should have a destination. A point on the map where they aspire to go, and where one could finally be happy. All our guys have their own. We broke out of the metro and are now starting to scatter. Not at once, of course. At first, we're all still running together, searching. But eventually, each of us will find a point like this and stay there. I don't know where my dad's destination is. Don't know where yours is either. But I know I love you a whole lot.
Are we really gonna start a new life like this? I still think about my father back in the metro. I mean, I love you and all, and you have your dad here, and you have the rest of the Spartan Order here, but what about my dad? What about our non-Spartan Order friends? By the way, you should really, I don't know, let Katya see your cough or something?
Go, Artyom. I'll rest some more and join you later.
It must be really hot right now, but hearing the wind chimes makes me feel a little bit cooler. Holy crap, I was getting PTSD flashbacks from Anna wearing this shirt. It was back in Last Light. Remember that the one scene when she was talking and then the shirt just slipped off of her body? Oh. What? What happened to my postcards just now? This is a collection of all the postcards I've had. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Alright. My beloved journal. Finally. Anna? Oh my gosh, I can't read it. This is so... The sun is in my eye. I sincerely hope that with the maps we recovered in the Caspian Desert, she will finally manage to persuade her father that we can forget about the war and finally settle somewhere. It's time we found a new home where Anna and I could finally live like a proper family is supposed to. Yeah. I hope so. Can I close the blinds or something? Turn on the light. Yeah, that's gonna make it any better. The Yamantau bunker was a huge disappointment for each of us, but for the Colonel, what we found there was a total catastrophe. Not only there was no Supreme Commander there, it looked like there was none left at all, so the people in control of the Metro would have no superior in this world, which meant there was no chance for the Colonel to be pardoned for treason and never return to Moscow. Not only would he have to spend the rest of his years in exile, an old cripple in charge of a few deserters, instead of the esteemed commander of the order he used to be. It appeared that all his life, all his battles in the Metro were useless there. Useless. There were no signs of the war still going on. So back in Moscow, our indomitable colonel simply helped a bunch of usurpers deceive the whole population of Metro, even though he was kept out of the loop. How could he take this blow and not crumble going back to commanding us all again? I might hate his hard-headedness and blindness, yet I can't help but admire his self-control and courage. Even in the Caspian Desert, where most of our people were down with dehydration, the colonel persevered. he continued coordinating operations, issuing orders, and even gave his share of water to the soldiers while continuing to search for redemption there. And then Miller finally accepted the fact that the war was long over and there were no occupying forces. He even seemed to accept the fact that his days of glory were over, with only quiet sunset years in some backwater ahead. The only thing he wouldn't accept, no matter what, was the danger his daughter's life was in. Outliving Anna was the most terrifying prospect he had ever faced. But why would he suddenly think about that, though? Unless if Anna... I'm really worried about that cough. Demir. Very calm guy. Had his big moment in the Caspian Sea. Yet having discovered the state that people sharing half his blood were in on the shores of the dried-up sea, Demir changed. He did everything in his power to set him free, but eventually, it was time to live. Besides the blood of his father's ancient nomadic people, there is Spartan blood in Demir's veins, and its call proved stronger. Well, are you saying that he would have stayed there otherwise? Which one's new? Tokarev? Katya? Nasya? Congratulations on the proposal! We'll have to go congratulate them. Katya really is amazing. If not for her efforts, our crew was bound to stay forever in the Caspian sands. We survived in the metro tunnels. We won the Battle of D6. We survived where anybody else would die. But the hydration and infections of the desert had almost done us in. Stepan, despite all of his strength and resilience, would have definitely died there had Katya not nursed him back to health. It seems she would have never forgiven herself had she not been able to. Katya herself, however, she suffered from the heat. Katya herself, however she suffered from the heat, never let that show. Driven by her example, Nasya not only didn't whine in the slightest, but did her best to help her mother tend to the sick. What in the world would we have done without them? I feel like I would have liked to see Katya do more nurse things, because we've seen her sit around but not really heal anybody that we saw. The cannibals. Cannibals residing in the Yamantau complex seem to suffer from heavy cerebral damage caused by an infectious disease they contracted through their diet. So their words are barely legible. Still, they are exceptionally determined in pursuing their prey, and complete disregard of their own safety makes them a dangerous enemy indeed. It's Kuru, I'm telling you. Tribals. The local population of the Caspian Desert. Ruthlessly subjugated by a tyrannical criminal empire, the tribals are mostly young and serve their masters willingly, remaining servile and dedicated to them, no matter what terrible oppression they are repaid for their service with. All tribals are devout followers of this cult of the Holy Flame, instituted by the Baron. Their adherence to the tenets of faith being brutally enforced by their masters to keep them under control. It's a little bit different, but I feel like it's also a little bit too similar to what happened in Volga too. But maybe that's, I don't know, commentary on the general state of the post-apocalyptic world. People get more susceptible to being taken advantage of by other people, and then cults start. Svarog oil. Oh, that's the bandits. We've never even heard this word before. The criminal empire ruling the portion of Caspian Desert we visited was controlled by a supreme ruler called the Baron, using the largest oil rig in the area as his seat of power. Apparently, the Baron's climb to power started within Svarog Oil, an oil drilling company that had been controlling all the oil extraction in the area when the war broke out. Hey, we never got to see Saul again, but we killed the Baron. He should be very happy about that. Dog, spider bug, male. Lurker, yeah, male and female. Oh, there's male and female. Oh, the big one that we saw. It looked like this one. This one looks scarier. This one's like a scorpion. These dwellers of abandoned tunnels and other dark places, of which there is no shortage in our world, are extremely aggressive, agile, strong, and well-armored, making them tough opponents when you consider their tendency to live and hunt in packs. They become veritable nightmare fuel. Their only real weakness, although a tremendous one, is light. Even a mere flashlight can make them thrash about in panic and die in seconds. The females of the species tend to be armored, even better than their male counterparts, but prefer to stay at a certain distance from their prey, at least until they disable with wads of web. They shoot with amazing power and accuracy. Ah, maybe the only place where we saw this was back with a hermit, where there were a whole bunch on the ceiling. Their only real weakness is flashlight, dog. We killed so many dogs. Yikes. Yeah. Weapons. Tihar. Besides its pneumatics, Tokarev also improved on Tihar's ammo, inventing a very effective incendiary round, which I never tried using yet, which I really should remember to. I can at least do that on... yeah, on the people. Is this still going to be stealth? Maybe not, but we can do it. Usually I just use a Tihar for stealth though. Maybe that's the problem. Easily made in the field out of 2 bearing balls. An empty ampule, or a piece of glass tube. A teaspoonful of any fuel and chemical initiator, of course. You can't fit many of these rounds into the weapons magazine, but they are so effective you rarely need more than one at a time. Bulldog? Gatling? Yeah, the Gatling multi-barreled machine guns. The creation of somebody's bothered genius. One advantage over regular ones, if you have the necessary talent and industriousness, can be made out of a couple of bicycle frames and a scooter engine, with nothing but a thin file. Scooter engine? Scooters have engines? Am I thinking about a different kind of scooter here? Working machine gun? Easy to burn out. Gunsmiths of the brave new world started making these monsters. You can't really ask for anything better to fight hordes of mutants at once. Oh, you know, the whole time I kept thinking I still had a Kalash, but I was using the Bulldog. Yeah, that's right. The Bulldog didn't really have a chance to make a name for itself in the numerous wars mankind was so fond of waging before the apocalypse. The weapon's creators intended it to replace its ancestor, the venerable Kalash. Yet mankind was able to neatly wrap its history up without the newcomers' involvement, so the Bulldog started reaping its share of lives only after the end of the world. I have to give the Bulldog's designers credit. It is vastly superior to the Kalash in damage. Damage, output, handling, accuracy, has a lower rate of fire, making bursts more controllable, and is much lighter to boot. Yet despite all that, you don't really see these weapons often. The Bulldog is much more complex than Kalash and requires skillful maintenance. It is hardly surprising that most of the survivors prefer its elder brother, the indestructible Kalash. Diary is, you know, just what happened. Yamantau, Caspian, Summer. Yeah. Exactly what was in the, what Artyom read already. Okay, I'm gonna be angry if I find out that you can actually close the blinds. You can't. I don't know if I'm sad or angry now. What about the radio? Okay, we'll listen to signals, but not music. Last time, the music gave me some copyright trouble.
Station, come in. Technician here. Station, come in. Over.
Station here. Over.
Oh my god, it's Tina. Or did I miss you? Over.
Are you calling just to tell me that? Over.
No. I just didn't expect you to be on radio duty. Here's what I wanted to say. I'm coming back from Nizhny already. How are you guys doing in Cheboksary? Over.
Well, doing all right, considering the radiation and all. Over.
Well, Dina, I see that you're in no mood for chatter today, even though I have news. The locals did end their scuffle after all. Well, I'll tell you more when I'm back. Over.
Not in the mood? It's just that we have news here too, so come over quickly if you don't want to miss all the fun.
I see. I'm gonna run then. Over and out.
Good luck with your marathon. Over and out.
Making friends over the radio. Kinda sounds like a couple.
Come in. It's me, Timon. Abbas, where the hell are you? Come in.
Demon, why so much fuss? Why you expect me to answer the second you call?
Because of the frequency we're on? That's why? It's always jammed with the fucking Ark project bullshit.
You don't need to worry about that. It's gone now.
Gone? I thought that with so many fools going there and never coming back, it would be going on forever.
I think some fool actually got there. Broke the record and all.
Fat fucking chance of that. I'd say whatever's been gobbling them fools up is just full now and is getting some Z's for digestion.
That may be, but now we can talk here and nobody will know.
Yes, we can. So, what was that you wanted to talk about?
You hear about that meet? Yes?
I have. Not that I'm invited. I'll just stay here and wait for one of the two bosses to come hire me and my boys. How about you?
Me too, me too. My people, they want some action and fat payout. And this is chance by the Holy Flame. And here, what I want to talk about. How about we work together?
Ah, good thinking. I don't want to fight you anymore.
I don't want to fight you too. That knee still hurts. So, what you say, old friend?
I'm in. But we need to talk in person now. A good deal likes privacy, and even though this frequency seems secure.
Yes, I understand. Let us meet tomorrow. At the old restaurant, what you say? Huh?
Deal. See you there, Abbas. Over and out.
Rachmat, my friend. Over and out.
Let me tell you that this frequency is indeed not secure at all.
Brothers and sisters,
Ah.
the Baron, that old dog, is dead. I killed him myself. All of the Moonlight by Lair are confused now, like headless chickens. Our day has come. Fight them. Fight them however you can. Come where the Baron's rig used to be. Come and we'll give you weapons. You served those dogs for too long. And what did you get in return? Only cruelty, death, and the holy flame, which I spit at. It is time to chase them away from our land for good now. All of our land, all oil, all food will be ours. Death to the Moonai by Lair.
Happy music starts playing right after. Well, sounds like Gil's doing okay. Can't be doing too bad. Good to hear. Good to hear. Let's have a walk around here. Gonna stick around a little bit, Anna?
What do you know? Everything is perfect, Artyom. Follow us.
Were you guys eavesdropping? Oh, wow. Wow. We're still kind of in the deserts, but there's some water here now. This tanker that we stole. It's extending our place. Hey. Tokarev's note. Crest, I'm writing you a note because I really wouldn't want anyone to overhear. You see, I'm preparing a wedding surprise for Katya and Stepan, and I need your help. I'm making rings for them, and I already have the band to make them out of. I just need their sizes. Stepan's not a problem after all. I made gloves for all the crew, but I never measured Katya's fingers, and it would be a dead giveaway if I wanted to do it now. I know you have a sharp eye, so perhaps you could help me get the size right without measuring? I could also use some help buffing the rings once they're soldered, as there's not much time left. Thanks in advance, TT. Oh, you guys are sweet. A little bit of a happy thing to cheer everyone up. A wedding celebration. Hey, we're taking the car with us. Really? Sorry, Saul. I guess we're gonna take your car. Where are we going now?
I noticed that already. He is incredibly kind.
That's just slander. They are jealous.
Anna, come join us later.
Whoa, Stepan,
Jealousy is to be expected. Not everyone who is blessed with such an amazing...
Hey guys!
Finally! We haven't even started yet.
I've positively gone green with jealousy already.
We're lonely
Green to the
without
core.
you.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
You should have seen them dance.
Don't you worry. You'll get another chance.
A moment of your attention, please. Half a year on the road, and 4,000 clicks behind us. We have been through a lot. All right, people. I do understand I can't keep it a secret much longer. After a careful study of the satellite maps we've obtained, and much deliberation, we've found a place we could call our new home. It is a river valley. There's forest and a hydroelectric power plant.
Yeah.
This place is quite far from densely populated areas, which, as our journey has proven, is important. We're about 2 days away from it now. So, congratulations, everyone.
Yeah!
Yet, this is not our last order of business for today. Stepan, Katya.
Oh, rings!
Stepan, Katya, repeat after me. I take you to be my spouse.
I take you to be my spouse.
And vow to hold you from this day forward.
And vow to
For
hold
better,
you from this day forward, for better or for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer,
In sickness and in
in
health.
sickness and in health.
To love and to
To
cherish
love and to
until
cherish
death do
until
us
death
part.
do us part.
As the captain of this ship, I hereby pronounce you husband and wife. Live long and be happy. Oh, and Gorka!
Is that cheers in Russian? Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh no.
Anna, what's happening?
Careful, people!
Anna, please hold on.
What's happening? What is it, Anna?
What's that cough?
Gotcha. Do something, please.
Don't crowd her. Give her air.
And don't touch the blood either. Give her a damn pillow.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything.
What are you talking about, baby?
In the Yamantau, when they dragged me away, that ghoul doctor said my lungs were falling apart. The gas I breathed in that ammo dump said I
How
don't
can
have
you
long.
believe that monster? We've just been through a desert and all that sand, so that might be the reason. Katya, Artyom, a few words.
But she coughed before that. I remember when she started coughing. It was during spring, when we were last on the train.
I'm alright, Artyom. Go. I'm fine now.
Ah, that bunker that she fell into at Volga.
I don't know about this. The old man is furious.
Artyom's getting chewed out today.
It's not Artyom's fault. I fell into that stupid bunker all by myself. And if Dad says one word to him about it, I'll tear him a new one.
Yes, this is getting old. As soon as something happens, it's always Artyom's fault, even when he had nothing to do with it.
That's just his fate.
As a son-in-law?
Fate? Get out of here!
Yes. In any case, Katya will calm the colonel down. You shouldn't worry either, Anna. She'll fix you in no time at all. She's good.
No doubt about that. We drew the lucky ticket with her, especially you, Stepan.
That's a fact. Thank you, Anna.
That's right. We never officially told Miller why, or what did we tell him? He doesn't know that's what happened to Anna, right? She fell into the bunker and she was there for God knows how long. We told him some random stuff like, oh yeah, she was just out exploring. Sounds like he's pretty harsh with me. I don't know how much he likes me as a son-in-law.
So, son, care to tell me what do we
Colonel,
do
please.
now?
Let us not panic and think constructively.
So, Katya, what do you think?
I think that trusting some degenerate's diagnosis wouldn't be wise. A move from humid metro into the desert with its dry heat and sandstorms is a stress for lungs.
Yes, I do think she'd be hit really bad right off the start had it
My
been
thoughts
gas.
exactly. Thus, first I'll check her condition to the best of my knowledge. Also, we're approaching the valley with its forest air. That alone could heal her.
I'm sorry to intervene, but did something happen?
Anna coughed out some blood.
God. Do you really think it's the sand? Sounds more like TB to me. That's for sure.
TB we can handle.
No.
We've got enough antibiotics, and air does help with that.
But what if that degenerate was right, Katya? What do we do? Is there medicine?
There was an air defense battery station in our village. Right on the brink of war, they received a new drug. It saved a lot of people after gas exposure and general poisoning. I'll check my mom's records and find its name. I think it was produced in Novosibirsk.
Okay. Is that a place we'll have to keep in mind?
Right, Novosibirsk. Yermak, your opinion.
For Anna's sake, I'd go to the edges of the earth. As for Novosibirsk, it's about 2,000 cliques.
Then it's decided. We head for the valley. If it is suitable, we settle there. If Anna's state worsens, I'll take a group of volunteers to find that drug. So Katya, please, find that name for
I'll
us.
find it, don't worry.
One more thing, Artyom. I want no surprises in that valley. You are our most seasoned scout. So take the rail car, one volunteer, and go check everything out before we arrive. Let's go back for now. Tell Anna and the people to calm down. Poor girl. Now I understand why she was so down lately. Just imagine thinking about all that for so long.
So, what is the jury's verdict?
Now, here are your orders, everyone. First of all, stay calm. The plan stands. We head for that valley with its fresh air and clean water. Then we go about settling there. If Anna's health...
Dad, please.
I repeat, Anna, in case you start getting worse, there's a drug Katya told us about, so we can go and find it for you, if it is needed.
That sounds like a great plan. I'd also like to say this. Guys, please don't worry. I've been feeling pretty bad as it is for ruining the party.
Oh, come on, you didn't ruin anything.
I just brought myself down to rock bottom over that bastard from Yamantau. Though it must just be the sand and desert climate.
Of course that must be it. We were discussing exactly that just now.
Alright, a toast. To you guys. Just be happy together.
Toast!
It's hard to be happy when my wife is the one who's not doing well.
Stefan, will you play that song? About us.
Easy as pie.
Полковник Васин приехал на фронт со своей молодой женой. Полковник Васин созвал свой полк и сказал им: пойдем домой. Мы ведем войну уже 70 лет, нас учили, что жизнь это бой. Но по новым данным разведки мы воевали сами с собой. Я видел генералов, они пьют и едят нашу смерть. Их дети сходят с ума от того, что им нечего больше хотеть. А земля лежит в ржавчине, церкви смешались с золой. И если мы хотим, чтобы было куда вернуться, время вернуться домой. Этот поезд в огне, и нам не на что больше жать. Этот поезд в огне, и нам некуда больше бежать. Эта земля была нашей, пока мы не увязли в борьбе. Она умрет, если будет ничьей, пора вернуть эту землю себе. А кругом горят факелы, это сбор всех погибших частей. И люди, стрелявшие в наших отцов, строят планы на наших детей. Нас рожали под звуки маршей, нас пугали тюрьмой. Но хватит ползать на брюхе, мы уже возвратились домой. Этот поезд в огне, и нам не на что больше жать. Этот поезд в огне, и нам некуда больше бежать. Эта земля была нашей, пока мы не увязли в борьбе. Она умрет, если будет ничей, пора вернуть эту землю себе. Этот поезд в огне, и нам не на что больше жать. Этот поезд в огне, и нам некуда больше бежать. Эта земля была нашей, пока мы не увязли в борьбе. Она умрет, если будет ничьей, пора вернуть эту землю себе.
This is definitely about us. There's even a colonel in it.
Yes, it is time we took this land back. And one more thing. We don't want surprises like the ones we had on the Volga or in Yamantau, so we're sending a scouting party ahead on a rail car. Artyom needs a volunteer to support him.
Me! Pick me! I'll check the hell out of that valley, please!
Something makes me think that Alyosha is mainly going to check if there are any Amazons or women in general there.
So we're all set. Frankly, I envy you, Stepan. You got a full family, a wife and child at once. And you don't have to worry about diapers or belly aches.
Envy is a bad thing.
We're not the ones to avoid diapers, Colonel. In fact, we're planning to present Nastya with a little brother, if she doesn't object.
Oh my.
I'd rather get a sister. We could play with dolls together. I could care for her.
You could play Sparta in special operations with your brother.
Ah, cut it out, Stepan. God knows we've had enough of operations. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I'd like to retire. Time to have some life.
You can't retire yet. You're too young.
Oh, you're too good with words.
I am old, Nastya.
You're not.
You said envy was a bad thing, Nastya. Huh? But what am I to do? Your mom has you, but my Anna doesn't have a smart girl like you.
Dad!
Don't dad me! A 20-year-old won't even think about children. But I would sure like to see grandchildren at my age.
Yeah, you'd teach them CQC.
Dual-wielding pistols.
I could come visit you.
Of course, you're welcome, Nastya. The thing is, Grandpa Miller won't give up until he has grandchildren of his own.
Hear that, Artyom? I don't even know what else to say. She's beautiful, sporting.
Yeah, I'm Olympic level with a rifle.
I get not having kids in Metro. Darkness, TB, rats, mutations. But what about here?
All right, Dad. We'll get to work on solving your problem tonight.
At that note, how about a drink? To repopulation of Earth. To kids.
Repopulation of Earth.
To children.
To kids.
To children.
To children.
Our future.
Just like water.
One more goes to the new colony. May it grow and prosper.
Hooray! To the new colony!
To the new colony.
This is great.
Anna!
Women join it.
Alyosha, I never doubted you.
Yes, Alyosha. I don't think you should be worried about that. If we are successful, there will be people joining us. Honest, good people. I'm sure they survive too.
Well, if any bad people decide to show up, they'll be sorry they did.
Oh, definitely. When we're done with the bad apples here, we might think of something to do about Moscow.
That's true.
To love!
To love!
To love.
The smooth as silk.
Sun is setting in ball today.
This is good.
Anna, stop drinking.
It's your turn, Artyom. Come on, impress us.
I don't have talents.
This heat is just unbearable, I must say.
Sorry guys, I have no talents. Well. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're really happy right now, but I'm still really worried about you. Ah. Mine's more of a sad song. You know, from Miller's perspective, he lost his wife. All he has is Anna now, who he won't let leave his sight. And now that she's not okay, I can see why he would want to blame me for everything. I don't think he actually hates me. It's just he really loves his family. Feels kind of weak after Stepan's solo.
Great, that's a beautiful song. Stepan, play some more.
Stepan, could you give us that one? By Borisich.
My pleasure.
Well, you guys have fun, alright? I'm gonna have a walk around a bit.
Полковник Васин приехал на фронт со своей молодой женой. Полковник Васин созвал свой полк и сказал им: пойдем домой. Мы ведем войну уже 70 лет. Нас учили, что жизнь — это бой. Но по новым данным разведки мы воевали сами с собой. Я видел генералов.
Enjoy.
Они пьют и едят нашу смерть. И дети сходят с ума от того, что им нечего больше хотеть. А земля лежит в ржавчине, церкви смешали с золой. И если мы хотим, чтобы было куда вернуться, время вернуться домой.
Hello, Artyom.
Hello, my friend.
How you guys doing?
As you can see, we're busy with giving the weapons some proper care after the desert.
Yeah, I hate sand, I must say. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere. Irritates me to no end. So, as soon as we got out of that hellhole, I started cleaning and overhaul. And Duke, being the kind of guy that he is, volunteered to help.
Yeah, volunteered my ass. You're a slave driver, like that Baron.
Well, you shouldn't have taken that shambler for a dive in the sand. It's not a Kalash.
I didn't even shoot it afterwards.
Thank God. I don't know if it even will shoot, though. So you, young man, got lucky there.
Is this really okay? We're just leaving the weapons here like that? I need to clean my weapons too. The new modifications for the Tihar. Helical magazine. 36 steel balls. Even more. Thank you. Standard barrel and duckbill choke. Changes the weapon's spread pattern. Decreasing damage, increasing stability. It's okay. Well, I've tried Bulldog for a while. Seems fine to me. We don't really have to change anything. Yeah.
Could you play some more, Stella?
Yes, it is a mystery, really, how those bandits managed to keep their guns working in that desert. Though their gunsmiths are good. That gun you brought back is definitely custom made. A fine job. And it's been well maintained, too. This just warms my heart. Well, I wouldn't have a poor showing here either, given a chance. The Tihar with the new ammo would have worked wonders there. I'm sure you'll give it a try later, though.
Well, yes. You could have barbecued them all.
I should have.
Yes, in any case, you don't need to worry about their weapons, Artyom. I'll have them in mint condition by the time we make our next stop.
Sounds good.
What the hell? It still doesn't go away.
What doesn't? The sand?
What the hell?
We're still trying to go to our dream home right now, but not really going to find the drug for Anna, which I am sure we'll have to because she is still coughing. I feel like we should freaking go find the drug first, really. Hey, Crest.
Well, bratucha, Anna sure gave us all a scare. Oh, but don't you worry. It does look like tuberculosis, but Katya is a real medic. She'll put her back on the feet in no time at all. Oh, besides, there's finally something nice ahead. A river, a forest, even a hydroelectric dam. That sounds interesting. I haven't fixed one yet. So don't worry, Artyomich, everything will be fine. Soon we'll have a chance at normal lives at that valley, you know? Are you and Anna gonna have kids, Artyom? It's about time, bratucha. Moscow doesn't sound right for those with radiation and all, but the valley, oh, that's the place. And Stepan and Katya would follow suit too, since they're married. We do have to populate the colony, you know. We'll build a good one too, with some skilled people and, most importantly, smart people. And we'll surely attract more. And if some assholes decide to crash the party, we'll send them packing in no time with our guys. Of course, that valley needs checking out first. The colonel is absolutely right. But you and Alyosha, you can handle that, no problem.
The colonel.
Boy, that cursed mountain? Oh, I had this nasty feeling back then. I even told the colonel why. He was so eager to see that minister of his, he didn't care. Not quite like him, huh?
We all
But that's to be
knew.
expected, you know. Everyone has a string which, when pulled, makes you forget about everything else.
That's true.
Tissy got shot like a dog, and serves him right. Remember how we rushed to fight the Baron? That one was a real bastard, of course. Treating people like that over nothing, yeah, just as bad as the Astrakhan gang. Tissy got shot like a dog, and serves him right. Would be nice to wipe out all of his lieutenants. You know what? I'm sure Gyul will handle them just fine. She's not a girl who'd leave a job half done, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
So what I'm saying is, we weren't roasting in that oven for nothing, huh? We also helped people, besides getting those maps.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, well, I think I'll finish with your trophy here. Go prepare the railcar for a recon trip with Alyosha. Speaking of him, I think he wanted to go with you so badly because he also had a feeling, you know, in his usual direction. Look after that lecher before he finds his, head stuck somewhere nasty, will you?
Amazonian woman.
So, I have to give it to you, Bratucha. Bringing this beauty here was a stroke of genius. I feel she's going to help us a lot.
It is indeed beautiful. Beautifully broken.
Mind you, I'm not trading my railcar for anything in the world, but this baby here is just amazing. Never mind the looks, her engine has been finely tuned and maintained. She's got a strengthened frame and springs, even her brakes are in perfect order. The mechanic's skill and passion are as plain as day here, and I love that. This thing reminds me of my old bay. The one I once drove out of Kadui. A 1.5-ton truck from that war had been rusting in a scrapyard for 40 years at least. Ran on firewood like the Aurora. Of course it was more memory than a truck. The cabin was all rotten, plywood don't keep that well. Platform was missing altogether, but the engine with the gearbox and the gas generator was still there. The frame was okay. Yeah, that was a piece of work. A month without taking a break. But in the end it ran. Then I put the body of the same minibus you have here on the top of the frame. And driving that Frankenbus, I went as far as Astrakhan. Mind you, that thing didn't have more than 30 HP on its birthday.
30 HP?
Terrible hassle too. You not just have to chop firewood, you have to make the sticks even and nice, or else it doesn't run well. Takes a lot of experience, like heating up a proper sauna, you know? So, I'd spend half a day getting ready, a couple of hours driving, yeah. Fell in love with that thing, oi mamachka. No wonder after all that effort. Still, had to give it to one bastard in Astrakhan. Otherwise, I would have just been killed right there, and that's if I got lucky, huh?
You've been around to a lot of places, huh?
So that's how it went back then. As for this beauty, I'll take good care of her. For old time's sake, she'll be winning every car show we run across, huh? Ain't she a beauty? Ух ты, красавица моя, like a bride on her wedding day. Perfect.
Thanks, Crest.
So, there you have it, Bratucha. There you have it.
Thanks, Crest. I feel reassured that someone so passionate is working on my stuff. Well, it looks like we're gonna be heading to a forest area. Apparently with Alyosha, who we haven't really gotten the chance to talk to that much.
Almost perfect. God damn it, it's still dirty. Alright, another rub.
Good luck with the sand. She is still coughing.
Just something else. One more go, I guess.
Excuse me, guys. Well, I mean, the only way we can go is forward. It's a happy moment today, so let's try to savor that. Yeah, it's summer. I'm not going in there. I really like how there's little details like them leaving the train doors open because it's so damn hot. Who would close the door? They want the wind to fly by. Especially with the smoke here too, my god. Hey, Demir.
Artyom, I wanted to tell you for some time, but hadn't had a chance. Anna asked if I wanted to stay back then. Oh, sure I did. They were my people, even though I couldn't find any relatives. Besides, there are still lots of bandits to kill there. But the Baron is dead. Now Gyul can lead the people. They know those animals can be beaten. Cannon must be beaten. And now they have to fight for their freedom and take it by their own hand. So that not to give it up ever again, despite any odds. Still, the initial push was given by us. By you.
By you?
I won't forget this, Artyom. And I hope to one day pay this debt back. Kep Rakmet, brother.
Kep Rakmet. I don't know what it means, but I'm sure something good. You see the forest on the edge. It's still really sandy here, though. Yeah, like I said, I still feel like I want to talk to Gyul a little bit more, maybe help her out, but she can deal with it. It's okay. Well, here, Mac, you doing okay? It's really hot today. Let's get going then. Where are we on the map now? Going further and further away.